Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I am here today with home fragrance empties for the last week. Have to say I have a decent amount of stuff here, quite a bit of Scentsy this week, and also quite a bit of Teddy Bees with a few other vendors mixed in between. So as always, timestamps will be in the description box below if you want to jump around, but we will start with Scentsy. A couple of non-wax products. I finished off a laundry liquid in Starburst Sky. I don't think that this is currently available, and I have long since finished the washer whiffs that I purchased with this laundry liquid, and the laundry liquid was just kind of hanging out. I absolutely love this scent. I wish that it would come back and be available all the time because it's such a good perfumey fragrance. You know, I'm only doing my laundry, and so for me, it works for my sheets, my towels, my clothes. It is such a beautiful fragrance, and I really love pairing it with the washer whiffs. I felt like you got a really great fragrance from it. So glad to have finished it off just because I no longer have the washer whiffs, but it was a really nice scent. Then I finished off a scent circle in Open Air Exploring. This was from the Father's Day collection last year. Just a nice kind of aquatic, very fresh masculine cologne scent. It almost leaned a little bit spa-like in some ways. I left this in my car for far longer than it had a scent for, but it was good. And then for bars, one day I was just really craving some cinnamon pine cones. So I put 2 of cinnamon pine cones in my open concept. I absolutely adore this scent. Do I have the notes? I think it's pine cone, fir balsam, and cinnamon, if I remember right. I do have the notes on the inside, but it's gotten a little bit smudged from the oil from the bar. But like I said, I put 2 of these throughout my open concept. The cinnamon is so nice in here, and I am not a cinnamon person, but the kind of spicy cinnamon mixed with the warm tree, it just gives it such a cozy feeling. To me, this leans more fall, holiday, winter than kind of spring, summer. But I also feel like you could melt this in the spring and summer because it's just homey. It kind of just gives you that homey feel to your space, and I love it. Oh, I really hope that this comes back in the fall and winter. Definite repurchase. Next up, I finished off a Orchard by the Sea. This is going in my bedroom currently, probably on day 3, I would like to say it is. I love this bar so much. Apple Orchard, Sea Salt, Linen, and Green Mango. This is a very fresh, kind of aquatic, salty apple fragrance. It is beautiful, beautiful. This was one of the summer brick scents that came out, I want to say 2 years ago. This one was by far my favorite. I just love how fresh it is, how crisp it is. If you like those aquatic apple fragrance, you would really like Orchard by the Sea. Hopefully that one makes a return at some point. And then this one, Glacier Water. Melted this in this wax room here. This one only lasted about a day. I do wish it would have thrown a little bit longer, but I love this scent. And I got this scent from somebody, and I can't remember who, maybe Elizabeth, from Elizabeth Scenes and Scents. This is such an amazing aquatic bathroom masculine cologne fragrance. Maybe not even masculine cologne. It's very clean, soapy in some ways. This is beautiful. If you like aquatic bathroom fragrances, oh, is this so good? Love this bar. Definitely would stock up on it if I saw it in a flash sale or if it came back and bring back my bar. This is a scent of the month. I'm not sure when this was a scent of the month. And I do feel like scents of the month normally don't get as much kind of returning action to Scentsy. I don't see them in Bring Back My Bar as often or in flash sales, things like that, which is really interesting because some of their best scents I feel like have been in scents of the month. So Not really sure their strategy there, but love this bar. Definitely one I would pick up again if they offered it. Creme de Menthe. This was from the Mardi Gras collection last year. This is mint, peppermint, and spun sugar. And a rip groan if you just heard that. This is a very creamy mint, kind of like an Andes mint. Love it. I put it in my bedroom. Definitely leans a little bit more wintry to me. It's a very peppermint, sweet peppermint forward bar, but I like mint a lot in my bedroom, especially at night. And so this bar worked perfect in there. And I have quite a few of these. I have stocked up on the Creme de Menthe. Fluffy Fleece. I know that this bar is really hit and miss with people, but it's one of my favorites from Scentsy, just as far as like a classic laundry scent. It is beautiful. It is blackcurrant, musk, and heliotrope. It's laundry. It definitely leans a little bit musky to me though. I get some of the blackcurrant, which I think sweetens it up some. It definitely helps it. But it's a very laundry forward bar. It's incredibly strong. I love this scent though. It's a powerhouse. I split this bar 4 cubes in the wax room and 4 cubes in my bedroom, because if you try to put a bar just in one room, it would blow you out of the house. But splitting it was perfect. It was strong. It was beautiful. It was fresh and clean. Great scent for like a weekend cleaning spree. I love it. I think I have one or 2 bars left, but it's one that I melt sparingly because it hasn't come back in the last couple of catalogs. So they've discontinued it, but I really love it. I know it's kind of a 50-50 scent, but it's one of my favorites. Gosh, I'm gonna have to edit this video so much because I keep having to clear my throat. I was sick like 5-6 weeks ago, and I feel 100% better, but I still have to like clear my throat after talking for a minute. It's like the cough part is not fully going away. Do you guys ever feel like that when you get sick, that the cough part of the sickness just lingers and lingers and lingers? I can't get rid of it. Okay, and then the last 2 Scentsy bars I mixed together in my open concept. So I did Berry Tart and Crumb Top. What a great combination this was. Love this so much. So Berry Tart was from our most recent Bring Back My Bar. This has notes of berries, buttery pastry, and caramel. What a standout from this Bring Back My Bar collection. This is sweet, but you really do get a crust to it. There's something very bakery about this. It is so pretty. If you like pastries, fruity pastries that you actually get a crust note to, it's amazing. And I think I've got 2 bars of it left. Really happy about that. Maybe melt that on the 2 bars together one day and just do my whole open space. Beautiful kind of summer berry pastry scent. So that one was in my living room. And then in my kitchen, I did Crumb Top. This bar was given to me from Natalie when I was up seeing her. So thank you, Natalie. This is so good. And I don't know why I didn't stock up on this scent whenever it was out. I don't know if I just wasn't the most impressed with it or what the deal was, but this is just a great crust, buttery crust bakery scent. Classic bakery. You can melt on its own, or you could use it as a blender. And this scent, can anybody think of Crumb Top without thinking of Christine? Christine loves this, and she thinks that Crumb Top blends with everything, and she's right. It's just a classic bakery crust, and it goes with so many bars. And so every time I think of Crumb Top, I think of Christine. Beautiful. I love this bar, and the combination of those 2 was just really, really great as well. So that is it for Scentsy. I've got Super Tarts, Second and Spruce, Lavender and Speckles, and then Teddy Bees. So for Super Tarts, I finished off one of her bricks. These are like the naked clam shells, so just don't have the plastic clam. This is a drift. Love the picture, the label there. This is crisp rain, salty water, and seaweed, followed with an undertone of masculine patchouli and cedarwood. This was nice. It wasn't my favorite ever. It was like a medium performer. I split this brick into my open concept. It was a medium performer. I really kind of got that like seaweed. There was something very green and mossy about this, and I kind of had wished, or had in my head thinking it was going to be more aquatic, masculine cologne, but it definitely leaned a little more green seaweed moss to me, and it was a beautiful scent. I enjoyed the scent a lot, but I think I went into warming it expecting it to smell one way, and it smelled a little bit different. So I enjoyed it. It was a good performer. Like I said, medium in my open concept, but probably not one that I would get again from Super Tarts. And I should have some Super Tarts hauls coming soon if I don't knock over all my wax. Wax Wednesday, I feel like should be shipping anytime. And then I also purchased a pre-order from her in January that I haven't gotten yet. So I'm feeling like pretty soon I should have 2 hauls, I would think, of some new stuff from her. And then from Second and Spruce, this scent, you guys, is this Fireside Chats and Snacks. I kind of just wanted to break from the spring wax and something really cozy. The weather, I'm filming this in early April. What's today, like the 7th maybe of April. The weather has been very back and forth. We've had crazy storms. Practically it's flooding outside. And then this morning when I woke up, it's 30 degrees. Some days you have to turn your AC on a little bit to get some airflow. It's just been a crazy spring, which I guess is normal, but it does seem like we've had more storms this year than we normally have. Just the Midwest region in general, I feel like, has gotten hit with more storms. But in any case, because of that, some of the days have been dreary, nasty, cold. And so I wanted something really warm and cozy. This was freaking phenomenal. This is Mallow Fireside, Smoked Vanilla, Palo Santo, and Milk and Cookies. This is just the creamiest, dreamiest Palo Santo. Palo is very, very heavy in this. And then I'm getting all of the vanilla, the milk and cookies. This was so, so good. It was a mini loaf, and I put it throughout my open concept, and this went for the whole day. Put it in early morning, and then the next morning when I got up, I could still smell this. Now, it had definitely calmed down as far as strength, but I still was getting that beautiful Palo Santo. I love her milk and cookies. This was fantastic. This was part of the milk and cookie sampler. If you like a bakery heavy Palo, Fireside Chats and Snacks, you need it. That one needs to come back. I would get at least another mini loaf, but maybe like 2 or 3 of them, because it's so good. Okay, and then Lavender and Speckles. I have one small bag this week, and I am in love. I need this by the bathtub load. This is Angry Sea. I don't know if this is the first time I've tried this or not, but it's definitely not going to be my last. Black Amber, Lavender, Plum, Sweet Florals, Ozone with notes of vanilla and amber. I don't even know the best way to describe this. This is aquatic, perfumey, atmospheric in a lot of ways, but with the plum and the amber, you get the lavender. It's a very perfumey kind of aquatic scent, I guess. This was unbelievable. This was so good. I put this into my open concept, and I kept just sniffing the air, like Steph says, to lick the air, and just being like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. It just gave the most beautiful aquatic perfumey scent to my home. 10 out of 10 recommend. Absolutely loved it. If you like perfumey scents, if you like kind of atmospheric scents, you definitely have to like lavender. The lavender stands out to me, and It's not too herbal, but it's definitely not sweet. So I would say it's more of an herbal lavender. This was so good. Definitely one of my highlights of the week. And then I melted 3 of her new samplers that just came out from the last pre-order. So 1 from the Rain sampler and 1 from the 2 from the English Countryside sampler. So from the Rain sampler, this was Melissa Ferguson's sampler. I pulled out Ladylike. And so these have 5 pieces to it. And so I ended up splitting this into 3 warmers. I did 2, 2, and 1. And so I just put it in a bedroom here. Based on how strong these were, I bet I could have done 1 into 5 warmers. And so I might do that in future melts. We'll see. But Ladylike, this is Rain, Cactus Water, and Citrus Florals. This one was incredibly strong, really pretty. You got the Rain. The Rain is very present in all of the Rain sampler blends, but you got this very intense floral. So you gotta like floral. I'm definitely getting the citrus floral, the cactus water. There's something very kind of aquatic about this. Floral, watery Rain. Really, really pretty. Perfect for a nice spring day. I like this one a lot, and this was a great performer. So that was Ladylike. And then for the English Countryside sampler, this is Amy's sampler. I melted River Thames. I don't know how to say that. This is Happy Camper, Wild Sage, and Morning Raindrops. Now, I don't know what's in Happy Camper, but you guys, I bet it's dirt. This was a dirty blend. I actually messaged Amy on Instagram because I loved this so much. This is dirt. If you are looking to try dirt, see how you feel about dirt, whatever is in Happy Camper, this is dirt. Very earthy, outdoorsy. I could get a little bit of raindrops and a little bit of sage. There's something very kind of fresh and bright about this. But it's potting soil in a lot of ways too. So definitely just reminds me of going outside after it's rained and you're getting some of the wet earth. It's not a total petrichor type of fragrance, but it kind of leans on that vibe to me. But then you're getting the fresh sage, the slight herbalness from that note. So beautiful. Definitely one I would pick up again. And I was really impressed with that one. Then Lavender Marshmallow Fields. This is Black Cardamom and Cream, Fresh Lavender, Coconut Milk, and Campfire Marshmallow. This was so good. I melted this one in my bedroom. If I can get the clamshell open here. There we go. This is so pretty. This is coconut milk heavy, the cardamom cream heavy. I did get some of the lavender, but I felt like it was a good mix of lavender, the black cardamom, the coconut milk. Such a kind of warm, creamy, beautiful spring fragrance. Leaned very body care-esque in a lot of ways. This was an absolutely phenomenal combination. And I've learned I'm really liking coconut milk and kind of getting into cardamom. I have not really been a huge fan. I've kind of stayed away from it. It can be a little bit heavy, a little bit spicy. And I'm not sure what black cardamom is, but the cardamom just gave it a little bit of a warmth, and then mixed with the coconut milk and the lavender. Oh, this was gorgeous. Love this in my bedroom. Such a beautiful feminine type fragrance. Absolutely would get that again. Okay, then we've got a pile from Teddy Bees. A lot of these are sampler pieces, and then I've melted 3 souffles. So we'll go through the sampler pieces, I guess, pretty quickly here. These are all gifted from Summer Michelle, so thank you so much, Summer. First up, we have All of You Too. And I melt these in my third bedroom. I have one warmer in there, and that bedroom, the door stays closed most of the time. So it's a great place to try smaller size wax and just, you know, try wax in general, where I can kind of close the door and then go in and see how it's doing. So this one is sweet citrus notes of orange and lemon, green woody florals, warm musk, and vanilla. This I liked. I'm not sure if it's one that I need to get any more of. It is essentially what it sounds like. It is a citrus scent that has some kind of green notes to it. Pretty, and if you like those fresh citrus type fragrances, you probably would really enjoy this one. This is a lush type, so it kind of gives some body care qualities, but definitely leans heavy on the citrus notes. Just Naughty. Oh my gosh, I need this one immediately. Laid on the Beach, Vanilla Birch, and Bonfire Bliss. Laid on the Beach, I want to say is Beach Nights and Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, maybe? Something like that. So essentially this has like all of my favorite scents put together. This is such a creamy, beautiful Beach Nights, perfumey in nature, and then you get the hint of the Bonfire Bliss, which just adds like a little bit of a smoky note to it. This was so strong, great performer, and again, some of my favorite notes ever. Absolutely adored that one, and I need to put this one on my request list for future pre-orders. Pink Cotton and Turquoise Waters. This is Pink Sugar, Fresh Cotton, Sea Spray, Beach Grass, and Ocean Waves. Talk about a powerhouse. If you're looking for a strong Teddy B scent, this one definitely fits that bill. I have some more of this one, like a partial souffle. This is very aquatic floral. Very aquatic floral. If you like the scent Coachella that she had in the Forget-Me-Nots a couple of pre-orders ago, you would like this scent. It's definitely on the same vein as that, just that very aquatic, sweet floral. I don't know if I'm getting a ton of Pink Sugar, but I'm definitely getting like the beach grass, the ocean waves, the sea spray, those types of notes. Can't say it's my absolute favorite because those scents in general are not always my favorite, but a great performer, super strong, and very pretty. Queen of the South. I do have more of this one as well. I have a partial loaf. This is Sponge Sugar, Cashmere Musk, Wildflower Honey, White Peach Nectar, and Sweet Mandarin. To me, this is a very pretty spring floral type scent, and you get some honey. The honey just sweetens it up a little bit. I can't say that I'm getting a ton of Sponge Sugar, Cashmere Musk, but if you like florals with just a touch of sweetness, this is really nice. It definitely does make me think of the South when all the trees are blooming. It's definitely floral heavy though, so you have to like florals to appreciate this scent, but it's perfect for this time of year, and that was a great performer. Oak, Cider, and Woods. This is warm mulled cider, cedar, oak, vanilla, toasted marshmallows, pine cones, and smoked woods. I also have a lot more of this. I think I have maybe 2 souffles of it. This is a beautiful warm cider scent. I can't say that I'm particularly getting like pine cone and things like that, but I'm getting tree, so probably the cedar and oak, and I'm getting that really nice cider. You definitely have to appreciate apple cidery type fragrances to like this, but this is a more sophisticated version of that because you're getting the warm cider, but you get the woodsy tree with it too. Beautiful fragrance. This is definitely one that I will be pulling my souffles out for the fall time. And then the last sample before we get into the couple of souffles I have is Oh So Sweet. This is flaky croissants filled with almond cream, cinnamon sugar churros, and vanilla ice cream. So this one on cold, I kind of was worried that it would be light. It was a very almond heavy, bakery type scent. And I wasn't expecting too much from it just because on cold it did smell so light. This came to life on warm. I kept going into that bedroom just to smell it because I was so shocked by it, and it was so good. This I definitely still think is an almond heavy bakery, but I felt like you got more of the croissant and just the other notes in here really came out, and it was strong. It was a great performer. This is just a classic bakery scent. I think so many people would love this one, and this was poured March of 2023, so I guess it was in a pre-order maybe. I'm not sure. I think a lot of people would really love this one if you're a bakery lover, and it's just one of those classic bakeries, kind of like I was saying Crumb Top earlier, that it's good on its own, but it would be a great blending type fragrance. That was so good. So those are all of the samples. And then I've got 3 souffles that I finished off. First, we have Not Just Another Lavender Vanilla. I actually did this one in my open concept, and I wasn't so sure if that was a good idea or not. This is definitely more of a bedroom type fragrance, but I wasn't sure if it would be strong enough for my open concept, but it definitely was. This is a blend of sweet and herbal lavender, vanilla mousse, sweet sugar, and vanilla musk. This is beautiful. Beautiful lavender. I love the mix of the herbal and sweet. That's something that I've enjoyed a lot from many vendors, is kind of a blended lavender like that. You get the hints of the musk, which definitely gives it more of that perfuming quality. The vanilla mousse just adds a sweetness to this blend. This is a very kind of creamy lavender fragrance. Absolutely love this. I do have another souffle left of it, and I'll probably melt it this spring just because I feel like it's a good spring scent. Might melt that one between the bedrooms the next time. Love this. If you like lavender, or if you're looking to try lavender, that might be a good one because it's a very kind of sweet lavender, but it definitely has some of the herbal qualities to it. Then I melted Beach Blanket. This was the first time I think that I've melted Beach Blanket. This is one that Stephanie and Summer both love, and I know Stephanie in particular was so excited when the scent got brought back to Teddy B's. This is Cotton Sheets, Ocean Air, and Fresh Coconut, and I think it's similar to a Bath & Body Works scent, and I'm not sure which one it is, like coconut cotton or something like that. You guys, I have had this going in my open concept for 2 days, and it is still strong. And this smells, you can tell on cold that this is going to be a powerhouse. So I knew going in that this would be strong. It's well over 48 hours and I can still smell it. Now, it's like 5 a.m. right now. When I get home from work today, I'm definitely going to change it just because I'm ready for something new. But I know a lot of people struggle with getting performance from Teddy B's. I'm telling you, you would get performance from this one. And if you don't, then I think Teddy B's just isn't for you, because this is one of the strongest scents in general I've ever melted, much less from Teddy B's. It is one of the strongest Teddy B scents I've ever smelled. So if you're looking for a good performer, keep your eye out for Beach Blanket. This is really pretty. This is definitely cotton and laundry kind of heavy, but it is so aquatic as well. I love the ocean air that you get to this. This is beautiful. I will say though, because of how strong it is and how long it's lasting in the warmers, I could see this being a scent that I melt sparingly, because I think I would get tired of it quickly because it's so intense and it's lingering for so long. So I think I have 2 more souffles of it, so I'll probably take a couple months off of it and then maybe later in the summer melt it again, and I think that would be just beautiful. Highly, highly recommend though. Love that one. Lastly, I pulled out one of my favorites. This is Shadowlands. This is definitely one of my favorite scents from Teddy B's for the springtime in particular. I love this scent, and I don't feel like that many people do. This has earthy notes of dried pampas grass, powdery tonka bean, soft musk with hints of white currant. This to me is just a spring earthy scent. It's for the people that love the dirt, the grass, those earthy notes, but you want something a little different. Try Shadowlands. You really pick up the pampas grass in here. And I'm definitely getting like a musk note to it. I don't know what white currant smells like per se, but this is a very dry, grassy, earthy fragrance. Again, a powerhouse. This is one of the strongest Teddy Bee scents ever. I did this in my open concept. It lasted for a day. And when I got up the next morning, I could still smell it, but it had died down quite a bit. And I wanted to change my warmer, change the wax in the warmers and do something different. But again, another powerhouse fragrance. And it's one of my beloveds. I love it so much. I luckily have a loaf of it and maybe another souffle. I don't even know. Because it's just one of those scents that has become, you know, so hand in hand with springtime for me. Like I love melting it during early spring that I just can't imagine myself being without it. So if you're an earthy lover like I am, highly recommend Shadowlands. Okay, that is it. Definitely had a lot going on this week, but I'm happy with the progress I've made and the wax I'm using up. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I really appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me today, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.